we are trying to imitate the West in every possible way and messing ourselves up, we'll pay the price for that. When we say we pay the price, there are many things. One thing that's looming large, all these things are connected, but people think I'm doing separate things. I started with Project Green Hands, then for Rally for Rivers, then Kaveri Calling, and now Save Soil. Now, next year we're rolling out what's called as Conscious Planet. Even Save Soil and other movements were under the umbrella of Save Soil,
Right.
Umbrella of Conscious Planet. I've been in conversation with various top scientists, neuroscientists, psychiatrists and others in the world. It's not because that, I have always predicted this, but now they're all confirming this. In the next 15 to 25 years, one thing that will be most challenging for human beings is to stay mentally healthy. Why this is so? There are many aspects, sociological and other aspects, but one important thing is, there is not enough necessary micronutrients in the soil across the world. The minimum organic content needed to call soil as soil, according to United Nations, is 3%. Not a single nation has 3% average organic content in their soil, not even one nation. This is the plight of the world. Everybody's thinking ecology means, coal, oil, smoke in the air. See, these are problems, I'm not saying no. But if you switch off everything for 3 days, suddenly everything… during the pandemic time, people saw suddenly the air is clean, everything is nice. So I'm saying it is that simple, you can change it that quickly. Only thing is you're not switching off. We can easily do that. If you could switch off for 1.5 months during the pandemic, consciously we can switch it off for 1 month in a year or maybe 3 days in a month. Something we can do and control those things. But what's happening in the soil is very different. Because there is no organic content, when I say there is no organic content, if you grow a ton of food from the soil, let's say 1 acre of land, what you're taking away is the organic content. 1 ton of organic content, you took it away. How much are you putting it back? Nothing, almost zero. So what this means is the organisms don't have anything to eat. It is shocking to see, even I've been in many agro-scientist events, 80% of the scientists do not know that a tree or a plant cannot take nutrients from the soil without the agency of organisms. A complex marketplace they have. It is a very demanding market. Unless they provide the right things, they won't get the nutrients even if the nutrients are there in the soil. It's only through the organisms they can get it. Now, 27,000 species of organisms are disappearing every year. Every year, on an average, 27,000 species of organisms are disappearing. At this rate, in another 15 to 25 years, we will be in a place where we can barely grow anything in the soil, because the simple thing is this, if you take organic matter, add it to sand, it becomes soil. If you take a soil and take away all the organic matter, it becomes sand. Right now, desertification is the biggest problem. UNCCD is partnered with us because we are a big force for them to make soil into an issue. In 2022, in the month of January, there was a COP26 in Glasgow. 15 days, all the world leaders met. The word soil was not mentioned. But today, soil has become main part of the narrative. European Union has declared that regeneration of soil is one of the important ways to mitigate climate change. This narrative changed mainly because of Save Soil movement. So this change of narrative and the way of… see, the human beings work like this. First we change the way we think, then we get little emotional about it and cry about it a little bit, and then action comes forth slowly. But if action comes forth from all these people, wonderful, we appreciate, but it's not a solution. Solution is only when the policy happens. There are many aspects of policy, one simple thing is like this. See, if you maybe Mumbai is the wrong place for me to say this, but in any city, the older part of the city, if you look at it, there is no concept of a window. Everybody's built wall to wall homes. But in the newer part of the city, wherever you go, there are laws. If you have 10,000 square feet of land, you can't build 10,000 square feet. Maybe they'll allow you to build 6 or 7,000 square feet, some space for you, your neighbor, this is a law.
Yeah.
But if you have 100 acres of land, either in India or any part of the world,
Do what you want with it.
you can turn 100 acres into a desert in the next 10 years, nobody will ask you why you have done it, because there is no such law. I'm saying worldwide, because this is a global affair. You cannot conduct organic life only in my farm and your farm, it has to be a global process. When I say organic aspect, soil is the largest living system, not just on this planet, in the known universe. This is the largest living system. A handful of soil could have anywhere between 8 to 10 billion organisms, 50 to 75,000 species of organisms. That's how it is. What your body is just a reflection of the soil. This is something most people have missed it, now it is becoming part of it. I'm sure in Mumbai everybody is talking about gut biome, all right? In the yogic sciences, we've been talking about biome everywhere. 62% of your body is microorganisms, only approximately 40% is your parental genetics. And today, the organic aspects have come to a place, the top level cutting-edge research is saying, I've been saying this for over 20-25 years, that there are organisms in your brain also. Everybody making fun of me, all the WhatsApp people trolling, or the WhatsApp scientists have been trolling me continuously, he doesn't know nothing, this is pseudoscience, brain has filters, brain has screens, no organism can enter. Today, scientists are clearly proving that whatever organisms you have in your stomach, their cousins are in your head and they're always talking to each other. If you put something that these guys don't like, they tell their cousins, trouble this guy. And he creates moods. Your moods, the way you're thinking, the way you feel, how comfortable or happy or unhappy you feel, all this largely determined by the chemicals that they are creating. You can override that, but they are moving you in certain directions. So this is the foundational life. When we talk about microorganisms, we are talking about the foundational life. We are just a flower in the evolutionary process, we are just in the top. Flower can dry up in no time if the roots are gone. So soil is about that.
Sadhguru, does it make it more complicated to fight this battle for soil?
I don't fight.
Oh, you're creating awareness, you obviously have a lot of impact already.
Because in the name of environment, a whole lot of people saying this is a war against somebody. We have enough of those things going, we don't have to start one more. I think there is no human being who is not interested in this, everybody is. But they think they will do it tomorrow.
But how do we navigate this, Sadhguru, as a…
Only when you tell them there is no tomorrow, they may act. So right now, I have no doubt, because 81 nations have started framing soil policies in the world, it's beginning to happen. But an election comes, first thing that gets suspended is soil. War comes, first thing that gets suspended is soil. So we will go like this. Now the only question is, will we wait for a disaster and then fix it, or will we mitigate the disaster? This is a choice. So I have no doubt soil policies will be made. Will it happen in time? That's our only question. Definitely it will happen. It's the time. So, in democratic nations across the world, now you are not only citizen of this country, in terms of internet, you are a citizen of the world. If huge number of people don't constantly make noise about it, political leaders will forget it. I'm not trying to blame them.
Yeah.
See, if you had a job which is only for 4 years, and in these 4 years, would you try to do something that will produce result in 4 years? Or would you dare to take up something that takes 20-25 years to produce result? What would be your choice? 4 years, short-term stuff. Because democracy is all about short-term stuff, okay? So if they have to take up something long-term, the resources are always scarce. Who wants to invest long-term? Unless people say, this is what we want. Hello? People aren't talking to people. Unless people say, this is what we want, how will anybody invest? You must also understand a political leader's problem. Today is right on the top. Tomorrow if he loses the election in another 3 days, 5 states results are coming. Tomorrow if they lose the election, they just become nothing, all right? There is no alternate, there is no second level of job for them, fired completely. If you had a job like this, you would also be very… We need to understand their plight also, right? Many of them are professional politicians, they don't have any other job or business or anything. So if they lose the election, it's finished, they're over. When that is the case, you must understand there is a certain desperation of activity, how they make policies. Unless people assure them, if you invest long term, we are with you. This needs to happen.
So Sadhguru, more power to you for this. I must say, and I wanted to say this, we should move on from the environment, but I wanted to say this earlier also, is that…
Don't move out of the environment,
move on to the environment. I'm very disillusioned with this. Because
disillusioned?
I'm very disillusioned with anything to do
But
with
why
the
did you
environment.
have illusions? See, only if you have illusions, you can be disillusioned. And if you have illusions, I bless you that you must be quickly disillusioned. Because if you're not in reality, how will you do anything?
I was in Punjab during elections. They used to go down 8 feet for water, they're now going down 400 feet for water, they're not getting it, they're still growing rice in Punjab. There's another corner of Punjab where literally saline water is coming up from the ground and destroying all the crop. It is an agrarian economy, they are not voting for environment. In Bombay, nobody can believe it's a city of 7 islands, we are breathing this air. Nobody can even believe and fathom how this happened. We were unable to get anybody to do anything.
At least in Mumbai you can't see the air, in Delhi they can see it.
In Delhi they can see it. So, more power to you.
No, about agriculture, you must understand this. We have done some surveys. Not even 2% of the farmers want their children to become farmers.
Yes.
So, agriculture is being done like it's the end game. Their children have gone to school, college, either they moved to Mumbai or to America or somewhere. It's the last generation doing it somehow. They're just waiting for real estate prices to go up to sell the land. I'm telling you, this is not a small number.
Yeah.
This is a massive number. Nobody wants to do agriculture because in trying to control our inflation, food inflation, we've kept farmers in such a way, it's simply not worthwhile doing that job anymore. It's simply not worthwhile. It's just for some passion somebody may be doing it, that passion people will reduce itself to 2 to 5% in the next few years. Then you will see. You will see.
Sure.
Okay? Above all, soil is depleting, that is one challenge. Another thing is agricultural knowledge, which we have taken for granted. In this country, nearly 60 to 70% of the people can make mud into food. That's not a small thing. I'll do one thing, many of you who are educated, you may be an MBA, you may be an agricultural graduate, I'll give you good land. Grow me 5 different types of crops and show me. It is a very complex activity. Just because those people are not dressed properly, they don't speak English language, we are thinking these are idiots, okay, if these idiots can do it, anybody can do it. No, try agriculture and see, you will see it takes a lot. Takes a lot.
Yeah.
So, but right now, this is a knowledge. One thing about India is from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, from the tip of the southern India to Himalayas, you have a wide range of latitude and terrain and soil conditions. Literally almost anything that world wants, you can grow. And you have 60% of the population invested in this knowledge. If you leverage this properly, you could become the breadbasket of the world. You have that much talent, you have that much land, you have those many types of lands and weathers. But we are trying to become something else, which is dangerous.
So if I can move away from the environment now a little bit, there's so much more to talk about and I'm really nervous how I'm going to get through everything I want to talk to you about.
I have seen
so
people…
much.
I never cared, but there were people when I was studying who cared to copy answers from small sheets like this, but you were copying questions. Where's my people?
Sadhguru, 25 years was the last time I met you. Except for the environment, everything else we are doing better than we were doing 25 years ago. Pretty much everything else, unless anything else that you want to flag that we're not doing as well, that we've actually fallen back with 25 years ago.
Now we're doing much better than ever before since independence, that's for sure. Thanks to many things that are being done, and above all, a youthful population which is responding, and policy changes that are happening, facilitating businesses and entrepreneurship. Much more needs to happen, no question about it. But you must understand, when you're marshalling a very large ship, you can't suddenly make a U-turn. It may upset the whole thing. So, I think in a calibrated way it's being done. We can always complain because somebody will be always unhappy no matter what is happening. Because when the change happens, it benefits this person, another person loses the benefit. Something will be happening. Unless the other person also adjusts and takes the benefit of the change, they will complain. This is there. But I think if you see, for example, on this Diwali, in this country, 41 tons of gold was bought by middle-class people. 41 tons, nearly 26,000 crores. About 3,000 kilograms of silver was bought. 54,000 cars were delivered in one day. One day means that for the Diwali. Just the Hero Moto delivered 2.74 motorcycles in one day. Obviously there is money, hello? Obviously people are doing well. Leave all the stats, I don't go by the stats. I observe people, the marketplaces are full, shops are full, stocks are full everywhere, people are selling. From a vegetable shop to gold, everything is selling well. This means people are doing well. Is that the only well-being we want? That's a question. So one place where we are falling back is, we are giving up certain cultural routings we had, which gave us a certain mental stability. We are giving up those things. For that we will pay a price, especially urban India.